Hey guys, Aaron McKenzie here. I'm going to take you through a tour of my interim studio. So I had to close my last gym down because of COVID. My lease was up for renewal, and so I decided, okay, I'm not going to renew my lease. I sold all my equipment and I was just running a business from home, and I have a new studio that's being built. And that got delayed for lots of different reasons. So I'm still waiting for that. So after about 6 months, my wife kicked me out of the house. So I decided I'm gonna rent just an apartment as an interim studio. So here it is. It's a pretty simple model. I sold all my equipment because I wanted to buy brand new equipment for the new studio that's opening. So I had to get some just as an interim. So it's a pretty basic setup. It's a small studio, it's only around 40 square meters. We just got a new French bulldog and she likes to make noise. Because it wasn't an option to get a commercial space, because there's such a small gap between my last studio and going into the next one, I wanted to rent something that was just quick that I could bridge the gap with. So I got a 3-month lease here, but now there's further delays, so I'm kind of stuck here for a bit longer. But the equipment I got here is just, I got a dumbbell rack so I could save space. This is the only equipment I really kept from my last studio, the dumbbells. But I got a rack just so it's nice and tight to the wall. I got just 1 meter square tiles, got 18 of them to put down on the floor just to protect the floor while I'm renting. The mirrors I had from the last gym, these were the only 4 I kept out of, I think it was something like 30 of them. But I Velcroed them onto the wall. So I just got that double-sided tape that's got the Velcro in it. So there's quite a lot of that on the back, but that way when I leave, it's easy to leave without destroying the walls and having to re-gyprock, which is a hassle and it's expensive. And I got 2 squat racks, freestanding ones, and then a bar in between. But I measured up when I came in, but I didn't take the base into consideration because I had the verticals in my last studio and I thought I had it the same height, but I had a bit of an issue here because I couldn't fit the second one in across because it's about, plus the rubber floor on the ground, so it was about this much out from being able to fit the 2 in, which is a bit annoying because it does make it a lot better to have 2. But I've got those spots, and then what I did instead to get an extra pull-up bar or pull-up station with the rings, I just mounted some anchors into the ceiling outside, so that was quite simple, and some rings there, so I've got that, and just got the outside space as well, which is good. There's a solid wall there, which is great for the handstands and all that type of work, and just some mats there. So 4 mirrors, squat rack, and I got some new weight plates as well for here, not too many, because obviously being in an apartment on the 7th level, you don't want to make too much noise because it is a residential, I don't want to get kicked out. So I have the rubber mats. No one really drops weights or does anything too aggressive with the type of training I do, which is that mixture of strength training, kind of yoga, Pilates, gymnastic strength work. So it's lots of fun, but it's not too aggressive with no one throwing stuff around. And then I've got in here, just got a massage table for my one-on-one clients to do some manual work, which works well. Then I got one of these. So the last studio had an AstroTurf down, which was really cool. And then here, just to save space, this is a sled treadmill. So you can walk on it, you can jog on it, you can sprint on it, then you can put the resistance on it. You can do your sled work. And because the next studio I'm going into is only 40 square meters, it's only the same size of this, but obviously with the separate rooms, I lose a lot of function here. But I did want to get something like this to condition clients, plus it saves me a lot of time. So if I want to help people with their running gait and their stride and their pattern, this helps improve it, but it also allows me to condition them, film them, and give them direct feedback without me having to travel outside to go and work somewhere in a park, which is great. I've got a couple of plants here, which creates a nice atmosphere, north facing, southern hemisphere. It's great, I get north facing sun coming in and keeps it nice and warm in winter, and then in summer the sun goes over the top, so it's a bit cooler, so it's a great aspect. So on the cold winter mornings and that sun pours in, it warms it up. It's great. So I've got a bit of a view, but seeing the back of some buildings there. The new gym is going to be across the road, so it's kind of just across the road down there, same aspect. And the old studio was in the Meriton complex over here, facing the same way. So I really like this aspect, the north aspect, because of the warming effects of the sun. It makes the studio a lot more comfortable. So pretty simple setup. I've got a nice light here for doing all my filming for the online course and subscription for clients for that. So low overheads, really simple. And the reason why I want to share this is a lot of people have gone through a lot of issues and challenges with COVID financially, and because of gyms closing down all over the world. In Sydney we've been actually very fortunate. My circumstances were more to do with the development being delayed and that being a problem for me, but other places have had to close down or do different online training and stuff, and they're just waiting for things to open back up. But this is a really simple low overhead model. I train groups of 6 people in here, and I do 20 groups a week, and then I just do my one-on-one work here. So it keeps an income coming in until the next studio opens, and it makes a viable option for people. And funny enough, this is how I started. So when I first left a big commercial gym in Australia, that's Fitness First, I was there for 6 years. I did the internal training for the trainers there, and I really enjoyed it, but I just wanted to get out of that kind of big gym space. And my first gym outside of that, I did for 6 years, I did studios like this as my lounge room, and it worked really well. Low overheads, allowed me to run small groups, workshops, and train my one-on-one clients. And the only reason why I opened up a commercial gym was because I had outdoor groups and it was just way too busy. I just had too many clients and I couldn't handle it. I had trainers working with me, and we needed somewhere to coach people and to train people, so we opened up a gym. It was just a logical, simple step. So now I've kind of gone back to this and planning on rebuilding everything and starting again. So just wanted to share this with people because maybe this inspires other people to do something as well. If they're in a financial situation where they've got to bridge the gap and they don't know what to do, they've got clients, they've got nowhere to train them. The other factor with this is obviously if there's a lockdown, I can still run my business to some extent. We look like we might be going into another one now because there's more cases here, which is just a nightmare. But in Sydney, we've just had it so good, so I can't complain compared to the rest of the world. We've done so well. So enjoy. See you next time. Ciao.